Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back. In this one today, I wanted to give my first impressions on Black Ops 6 Zombies as a whole and give my overall opinion on whether or not this is a good game. I played enough at this point to give my overall opinions on the mode. I haven't done any of the Easter eggs yet, so in terms of map specific things like that, I'll be making a separate video discussing those. For this video, I'm going to be dividing it into 3 different parts. The first part is going to be all the good things or the things that I like about Black Ops 6 Zombies. The second part will be all the bad things about the mode and the things that I hate about the mode. And the third part is going to be a little section giving my overall opinion and ranking Black Ops 6 on a scale of 1 to 10. So, without further ado, let's get into the stuff that I like about this game mode. I want to start off with the map Terminus as my first thing that I really love about Black Ops 6 Zombies. I think that this map is great and doesn't disappoint when it comes to the gameplay, atmosphere, and its Easter egg. The boss fight is cool and challenging, the wonder weapon is really fun, the map layout is great, there's a ton of different transportation methods for getting around the map, like the boat and the elevator. I will be making a separate video going over each of the maps in Black Ops 6 Zombies, and I have almost nothing negative to say about Terminus. The next thing I want to talk about is the difficulty. I think Treyarch did a really good job when it comes to the difficulty for this game. Compared to Cold War, the difficulty is much harder in Black Ops 6. This could be due to the fact that we haven't gotten our augments yet, but as far as the difficulty goes right now, I would say it's definitely harder than Cold War and about on par, maybe even a little bit easier than Black Ops 3, which is really good to see. It's enough for casuals to get a bit of a challenge, and if you're a hardcore player, you're not aimlessly walking around the map on autopilot. Next up for things that I like, this is going to be the progression. I currently have 1 gold weapon in the game, and getting it didn't take too much time. Leveling up normally is also given at a very good pace. It doesn't take forever to level up your guns or your character, which is good because you can get your weapon attachments that you like and your field upgrades and grenades pretty quickly before you have to prestige. The augments are also obtained at a really good pace. They made it to where you can't unlock certain augments until you finish off some of the other ones, which makes it to where you can't just get all of them in one game, which is good for long-term progression. Overall, I'm really happy with the progression in this mode. It's not super slow like how it was in Modern Warfare 3, but it's not super fast either like how it was in Cold War. Another thing that I really like about Black Ops 6 Zombies is the save and quit feature. I knew this feature was going to come in handy and be very convenient to have, but I use it very frequently to take breaks in between matches, as well as switching between the different maps. If your game crashes or you get a blue screen, you can just jump straight back into your match, which is really nice. I also really like the HUD. I know some people will disagree with this point, but I actually think they did a good job with it. But that's only because of how customizable the HUD is. I think the base HUD that you originally spawn in with is just really dumb. It looks a lot like a Warzone HUD, and even when you do adjust the settings, it still has a lot of Warzone elements, but I do think it looks better than the HUD from Cold War, and much better than the HUD from the gameplay that we saw during COD Next. For the last thing that I want to talk about in terms of things that I really enjoy about Black Ops 6 Zombies, this is going to have to be the rewards. For completing the Liberty Falls Easter egg, you get this really cool camo for your ray gun, and you have the option to keep playing in the match after you do the Easter egg, which is really nice and something that was lacking in Cold War. I also really like the camo grind. I stated this in a previous video, but now that we can see the camos in the game for all the different weapons, they look even better than the trailers and the showcasing for the camos, which is really nice. You also have all the prestige rewards, like the Weaver Zombies Operator skin, which is really cool. Overall, I'm really impressed with all the rewards that were brought into this mode. Now let's move on to the things that I don't like about this year for zombies. As you can see, the first thing that I really dislike about Black Ops 6 Zombies is going to be Liberty Falls. This is by far my biggest gripe with the game. Liberty Falls by no means is a bad map, it's just very mediocre. The atmosphere changes that they made after the COD Next event are just not good enough and are hardly noticeable. My biggest gripe with Liberty Falls, though, is that Treyarch lied. We were told that there would be more atmospheric elements while doing the Easter egg, and that's just not true. I just finished watching an Easter egg tutorial for Liberty Falls, and the map doesn't change at all. I'll go more in depth with Liberty Falls in a different video, but overall, I'm just really disappointed with this map. The only thing that I could say positively about this map is that it's really good for camo grinding in comparison to Terminus, but that's about it. Another thing that I don't like about Black Ops 6 is the fact that it is online only and connected to the COD HQ. This causes a lot of problems in terms of connection. I saw a clip yesterday of a guy playing the game normally, and then he got booted out of the game and brought to the COD HQ, where it forced him to update a game that he wasn't even playing, which is just completely unacceptable. I've had games where my frames will drop randomly and it'll get a little choppy while I'm playing. It doesn't happen often, and I'm not playing on the best setup, so it could be because of that as well, but it's just a little complaint that I have. For all the rest of the things that I have listed here, for stuff that I hate about Black Ops 6 Zombies, they're all just little things that could change later down the line, so I'm just going to list them off pretty quickly here. I don't like the fact that meleeing zombies gives you less points than shooting them in the head. I don't like interacting with menu-based items in the game like the armory stations and the crafting table because the menus feel a bit clunky compared to Cold War. Some of the equipment score streaks and field upgrades are just not good, like the Mangler arm score streak and the Dark Flare Beam field upgrade are complete dog water. I also don't like the drop rates for the Gobblegums. They are a bit too random. Like my first game, I got a Gobblegum on round 3. Then my next game, I got a Gobblegum on like round 17. I think changing it to where you're guaranteed at least one Gobblegum every 5 rounds would be better. Overall, though, not too bad when it comes to the things that I dislike. That is going to wrap up both the things that I like and dislike about this mode. And now for the final verdict. Is the game bad? Is it good? Should you buy it? In my opinion, I like Black Ops 6, and I think it's one of the best zombie modes that we have gotten in a very long time. It's better in almost every way compared to Cold War, and it's even better than Black Ops 4 in a lot of ways, which is personally one of my favorites. I will most likely never go back to Cold War Zombies because this game exists. It's a much more engaging experience compared to Cold War Zombies, and I think the only part of this game that falls short is with the map Liberty Falls. Terminus, in my opinion, is better than any of the Cold War zombie maps, and Liberty Falls kind of fits in this weird middle ground. I think it's better than Firebase Z and Forsaken from Cold War, but I don't think it's as good or even better than D Machine or Mauer. The map itself is very mid, and I think people are going to look down on Liberty Falls because of how disappointing the Easter egg was. My overall ranking for Black Ops 6 Zombies, as it currently stands, is a 7.8 out of 10. This game loses a good majority of its points because of Liberty Falls, as well as a few quality of life issues, but the game itself is really fun, especially Terminus. If you liked Cold War Zombies, Black Ops 6 is going to be a really good game for you. But even if you don't like Cold War Zombies, I'd still recommend you give Black Ops 6 a try because it does the Cold War systems a lot better in my opinion. But that is going to wrap up the video. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, check the description for more zombie related content, and yeah, I got nothing much else to say, so peace.